BGP injection instead of leak. My observation notes for MyEtherWallet incident. I am Li Ji-hong. After reading articles by Doug and by Louis, here are some notes I observed and learned. The first thing I want to note down is what happened in this incident. Hackers somehow made some BGP routers of eNet to falsely announce that they own the following 5 IP subnets, which are indeed not belonging to eNet. The true owner is Amazon. To be more specific, they are for Amazon's Route 53 DNS name resolution services. I'm not reading out these 5 subnets. You can see the list on my original blog post. The registered domain server for domain MyEtherWallet.com is hosted on Amazon Route 53. Hackers also somehow embedded malicious DNS server or servers, I really don't know, also inside service network of eNet. After that, any affected client's DNS query for domain MyEtherWallet.com would hit hackers' malicious DNS server. Of course, malicious DNS server would respond with false IP addresses, and those false IP addresses are indeed hackers' own web servers. At this moment, clients thought they were accessing MyEtherWallet.com, and they indeed were accessing hackers' web servers. Second, which clients are affected? I believe all clients inside eNet and any clients in other internet service providers who trusted eNet's false announcements would be affected as well. So in my opinion, eNet should have been compromised for enough time. To falsely announce BGP routes, we must either change configurations of hardware routers or BGP route servers, maybe on Linux. For me, to configure BGP correctly on a couple of Cisco routers is already a heavy task. It's not easy. To modify existing BGP configurations to inject false announcements without getting noticed or without breaking anything at the same time is even a more difficult task for me. I really don't think it would be easier to achieve the same results by working on BGP route servers. Moreover, hackers even embedded DNS server inside eNet's service network. I really believe hackers had already controlled most of the hardware routers and some hardware servers, maybe for quite a long time, long enough for them to do all such modifications. I really think some hackers involved in this incident are quite skillful at network hardware, maybe Cisco's or Juniper's. They could also be CCIEs. So the last thing I want to say is, I would rather call this incident as BGP injection instead of BGP leak. Why? If I hear someone says BGP leaks, I would feel maybe some unknown bugs inside BGP protocols or some configuration errors caused this incident. As far as I understand now, I really think the false BGP announcements are intentional. I would rather say it is BGP injection. Although no strong security mechanisms are defined in BGP protocol itself, in this case, BGP protocol is not to blame. One more thing. Amazon is also not to blame for this incident. Clients' DNS query packets never reached Amazon at all. I suggest internet service providers should pay more attention to the security of their service infrastructure. Don't become another eNet. I also suggest internet service providers should review their incoming BGP policy. In this case, Some ISPs other than eNet were also affected because their BGP routers trusted eNet's false announcements. They affected their own customers and forwarded that false information on at the same time. This is my blog, Show IP Protocols. I'm Li Jihong. Tell me what you think below this post. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss anything. Thank you.